What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Big Red. Today, I've got an exciting duo that I have the opportunity to sit down with. There's this brand new, humorous, action-packed film that's hitting the silver screen, The Bad Guys. And today, we're sitting down with the New York Times best-selling author of the book series, Aaron Blabey, and the film's director, Pierre Perifel. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Big Red. Thanks, man.
So a wolf, a shark, a snake, and a piranha walk into a room, right? Aaron, let's start with you. What the beginning of Bad Guys? What inspired it for you? And did you ever think, this will make a great movie someday?
I tell you, this is a true story. I swear this is a true story. I came up with the idea because I wanted to write a book that my 6-year-old son, who was not enjoying reading, I wanted to write something to inspire him to think books were cool, right? So I had this idea about these characters and they were going to do good deeds, whether you like it or not. And I texted that idea. It was just like a 25-word sentence. I texted it to a friend and I said, "What do you think of this?" And she texted back, "That sounds like a DreamWorks movie."
What?
That is true. That is absolutely true. That happened like 9 years ago. It was the day that I'd invented the Bad Guys. The day I invented them, I texted that and she responded like that. So there you go.
No, I didn't know that.
Amazing. You don't know that?
No, never told me that.
All right. Isn't that
Incredible.
crazy?
You heard it here first. Pierre, now this is your feature directing debut. What are some of the emotions that went into this particular film for you?
Fear? No, it's really when I say fear, it's mostly because the adventure and the journey of making these kind of films is so big. It's like you take on such a big project. It's a giant team. It's a long years of making, into the making. But no, it's mostly excitement and fun, really. Just like the whole point from the very beginning, first of all, reading the books and the joy coming out of the books, and then the joy coming out of the script written by Ethan. And then what I knew I could bring to it, and just seeing those animals do those car chases with money flying and whatever, that was to me like, okay, this sounds like heaps of fun. And it was. But from the beginning, Damon is a producer of the film. The whole point was, let's make sure that everybody who comes and work on this film has fun doing it. It's like again, I don't know any other words to really sum it up, but it was about the joy of making it and joy of working on something that was different, something that also had that energy and that joyful band of guys that are just like a big family and just decides to change, break up, get back together. I mean, all of this adventure. And so that was the whole point of it. It's a human adventure based in joy,
I love it. I love it. I know we're tight on time here. Aaron, one thing I love about this film, the whole concept of redemption. Why did you choose that theme for this particular book series and ultimately the film?
It's something that I'd wanted to write about for a long time, but I hadn't found a way to, because I write for children and I'm very conscious of my whole headspace is the game for me is to try to get kids to associate books with fun, right? And I was trying to think, how could I write about something like redemption and also prejudice? How could I do that in such a way that would still be engaging and exciting for kids? And then when the concept clicked, I suddenly saw a vehicle to talk about some pretty big stuff in a way, but make it so that the messaging is almost subliminal. It's just you get the messaging as the story rollicks along, and kids are kind of learning something positive without even really being aware of it. They just absorb it as they go along. And I think that's kind of, that's my crafty way of getting positive messaging into my books. I think that's where I came from.
I love it. I love it. Well, I love the film. You're going to inspire millions of people. You've already started with my household. So kudos to you and your entire team on an amazing job. If there's any way that we can ever be a support to you at the Big Red Radio Show, please just say the word. The Bad Guys, y'all, let's go make this film #1. All right. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, mate.